marked at that particular moment. That color could change as more votes are counted. When AP calls the race, you will see that color darken, blue for Democrats and red for Republicans. Voting is now ended in a total of 6 states, the 3 that we just talked.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. How are you guys doing? It has finally come to pass. It is a day that really doesn't matter because we just have two of the same coin, two sides of the same coin of an election ballot here in the US. All right. I figure we'll talk a little about it, see what the results are going, have a little chat while, this goes on. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in control and He knows best. That's really all that matters. How are you doing, sister? Assalamu alaikum. I don't know if I was gonna do it or not, but I said, you know what? Might as well just do it. I don't want to, but let's do it. So, wa alaikum salam. Oh boy. So, yeah, let's see what the polls are showing. We'll talk a little bit about it, and then yeah, see what you guys is taking all this. Let's go. So this is the right now. It's coming in. Florida. It's looking like it's going to go for Trump and 2 other states. So Trump is coming out in the lead. Of course, California is going to come in for Harris. It's going to give it the same amount of points. We got Texas up in the air. But I mean, really, doesn't matter. I don't think so. But yeah, well, you know what the U.S. is all about, and who the U.S. is backing, who the U.S. is going to approve of, and so on. So it has some effects. It has some effects. So I figured, we would talk a little bit about it. Let's see what. So yeah, let's all talk. I think it's just a time for prayer. We need to pray. Pray. That's all we need to be doing. Because at least that's what I feel, anyways. So the top right, so on the top in the map, it's giving us, we got on the left Harris, the right Trump, the points, electoral points. So each state is worth so many points, and then whoever wins the majority of points becomes president. And then all those solid ones are leading, so it's like almost impossible for Harris to pull through on those ones. The two that are pink. So as the polls are coming in, they're showing that they're already leaning heavily red. I mean, it's Florida. It's been primarily in Georgia, been a Republican. It's the South. Florida became extremely Republican after COVID. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. You know, doesn't cost anything. I won't charge anybody to hit the like button. I swear, completely free of charge. Alhamdulillah. But yeah, I figured it'd be a cool discussion. We could all um, see the faith. So it's the supposed who's gonna run the supposed free world? Mm, free, as long as you don't look a certain kind of way, of course. Obviously. I actually wasn't gonna do the stream, but yeah, it's free. It is free. I'm taking all the charges for it, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna cover you guys to hit the like button. Nobody will be charged. I promise. I promise. I think this is one of those times that I didn't feel like I was like, no, I'm not gonna vote. Like what's the what reason? Like it's like why? I didn't feel any need for it. I didn't think it was gonna matter. It was gonna make a difference. Yeah, I think the rhetoric is strong, and it's funny because a lot of the how you doing, Mister Salam Alaikum, brother Johnsley Busy. Yeah, I think the rhetoric, which a lot of is false on it, plus it's inflation things. The way here it works is nobody actually looks at the facts to see what costs anything. So whoever's president at that time and bad things happen, then automatically it's his fault, which is ridiculous. But there you go. So yeah, so that on its own, and then there were better gas prices during Trump, so automatically, Trump made the gas price better, regardless if it's true or not. That's just the mentality of how America works. Yes, this is not an actual. Okay, so this is not an actual democracy. The only ones that had a democracy were, I guess, like the Greeks and Romans or something on. This is it's a constitutional republic. So this is all based on, again, it's like a point system. So it's representative republic. So it's like this state is worth this much. So whoever, and it's because it's not a democracy, because if 51% wants something, then the other 49% get told to F off. That's literally how this works. So it does, it's not like, and I think somebody, there was one, like a guru who said it best. It's like democracy is bad, and he explained, "I'll tell you why." And then he said, "People are retarded." That was it. Yeah, people don't know what they want. They really don't. People are easily, especially here, the majority are so easily, easily, easily manipulated. I mean, Israel literally came up and insulted the entire American people in a platform says they'll do whatever they're told because they're stupid, and that's actually on record. And then people are still going, yeah, Israel. I mean, like, hey, he called you a moron. Uh, no. Yeah, the majority of people are just out of it. They're just dumb. Good ruling system. The only good ruling system, and been proven, is the Sharia. Proven fact. No other one works. Second, maybe to the Torah, maybe. But of course, you're talking about if you're Jewish, because everybody else just gets shafted. So, but when you have separation of church and state, you literally have morons who run everybody else, who tell everybody what they want to hear, and then they vote for them, and then they do whatever they want, and then you're stuck with them. Especially now, people are so lazy and like, I don't want to get off of my couch. So it's bad. It's just bad altogether. Let me see quote. Let me look at that. I'm gonna look it up. I can pull it up. I can pull it up. How am I going? Oh, I think I know how to put that. Source. I'm going to put here. I want to put text. Okay. Hold on. Let me put it. I think I could put it up. Let me play around with it. I'm not sure. So we got text template. Okay. Let me see. Okay. We could do that. Okay, and let me see how do I detailed. Text properties. All right, but this is a quote that a brother put down there. I am a most unhappy man. I have unwittingly ruined my country. A great industrial nation is controlled by its system of credit. Our system of credit is concentrated. The growth of the nation, therefore, and all of our activities are in the hands of a few men. We have come to be one of the worst ruled, one of the most completely controlled and dominated governments in the civilized world. No longer a government by free opinion, no longer a government by conviction and the vote of the majority, but a government by the opinion and doors of a small group of dominant men. Woodrow Wilson. Facts. Facts. We are a world run by it's idiocracy. You guys seen the movie Idiocracy? That's the U. That's the U.S. That's where the U.S. is completely and utterly just falling apart at its seams. Really, completely. It's completely falling apart. Um, we see it every day. Uh, I will still just go to Sharia because it has a rule for everybody. It's the most just, and there we go. Don't have to worry about things like alcohol, drugs, things like that. And it's just a good system. I mean, it's perfect. It was given to us by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So, and it's been proven. Um, in Spain, when the Muslims ruled it, see how beautiful that was. Ottoman Empire before the fall, before they become corrupt. I mean, it's just a perfect system. Oh yeah, but it was yeah. He sold out everybody, each everybody that's in everybody that's in politics, every single one of them. It is a run to see what they can sell. Like they're trying to sell every little inch of. They'll sell their own mothers if you give them a chance. Like I don't understand why people are still clinging to the idea that there's going to be this savior, and I think it's because they believe in man. They believe in the man god. So when you believe in the man god, you're constantly thinking of a man that's going to save you. Plain and simple. That's why they're always looking for this man. That's why they have this crazy like they put Trump as the second Messiah. Literally, they they're quoting scripture as in like he's fulfilling scripture. I'm not kidding. This is the mentality of the American people. Okay. Yeah. It it should it's so hard voting like how you make it better. Okay, well simple. You have to do it in a system where you exclude dumb people or people that don't the smartest people. It's just it doesn't work. It really doesn't. The only way it works is a Sharia state. That's the only thing that's fundamentally the way that it's going to work. Really, there's just no other way about it. Yep, that's facts. Yeah, with the liar will be regarded as honest, and the honest man will be regarded as a liar. The traitor will be regarded as faithful. Yeah, and the faithful man will be regarded as a traitor. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, this is the age of that where uh, whoever's the biggest liar wins. Whoever's the biggest heathen wins. Whoever is the biggest warhawk wins. And everybody in this country applauds them. It is ridiculous. If I didn't have kids, and I have my retirement, I would have left this country so long ago. Like the freest country. Free from what? Yep. People don't like that. See, the problem is that because such a big amount of people here are so non-intelligent, it's like they have this. Well, they hate people who are smarter than they are, and it's you know it, they can't see that they're wrong in so many things. Free from morality. That's it. That really is it. Don't have to worry about it at all because they're free from it. Cause I'm free, free from morality. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think, and people like that. I mean, come on. We live in a country that everybody's just, do what you want, do whatever you want. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, this country has become such a just everything's. I don't know. It's just icky. Everything about it is icky, and it's not. It's not gonna get any better. All the churches are completely not only being closed down. People are abandoning it, and the only thing they got left is just to say darn Muslims. That's it. That's all they got left. Oh, yeah. I didn't even vote. I'm like, nah. Who cares? Who cares? The same. The vote. Same vote. Each one of them is running to see who's gonna bomb. Who's gonna give more bombs to Israel? Really? That's literally what the campaign was all about. You know what? And you know what Harris has been doing? It was funny that if in and even CNN caught her doing this with CNN's like anti-Trump. Uh, if it in neighborhoods that were primarily Jewish, she would run ads about how Israel has the right to defend itself and Hamas are terrorists. And if you were in a different country, and like if you were in Muslim area, she would run ads about her talking about how she feels for the people of Palestine. like, like people they weren't gonna notice that. Like, asabiya, basically is high cohesion among people in the solidarity of one another. No, no. Yeah, it's syndicalism. Yeah, I think most men uh, they want to be led, but that's why it's system that you are being led by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala and His teachings, it will exclude that fault. That's why I think the Sharia is so strong, and then more and more people are seeing what happens when they do their own thing. Because this is a failure. This is it only took them. It was only going to be a matter of time because for what they started buying them off, and they're all happy. Like there was in Congress, there was a congressman who was handing out checks from the lobby to people before they voted and smiling about it. Like they do it blatantly, and like nobody cares. And the people are still gonna go. Well, I gotta vote Republican because America. And the other ones are like, I'm a lib. I gotta vote Democrat. Like I'm like, dude, like they're all paid, like, bought and paid for. Like, are you retarded? Oh yeah, that's what they love division. That's what you know. So people here fiend on that. They love that. They love that. Like you can't. You can't talk to most people about it. Even you're like, hey, so so Kamala said 2 plus 2 is 4. That's wrong. It's 5 because she said it was 4. That is how people act. That is America right there. It's like no, 2 and 2 is 4. Absolutely not. It's a brain rot. Divide the empire. Exactly. Like they're all bought and paid for. Like, and they still think like they think that Trump is their Jesus. It's gonna come bring him like, victory and oh, it's gonna drive away all them illegals and it's like Trump doesn't care. Like, he doesn't care about any of you. It's like Kamala doesn't either. Like, she literally slept her way to the top, and this is not like a no. This is like a known fact. She literally slept her way to the top while married. Known fact. This is, and they're like, oh, you gotta vote for the lesser of evils. I'm like, how about I don't vote for any evil? And people think I'm crazy when I say that. People think I'm insane. I'm like, no. Yeah, that's like a quote from Romans, right? If you give them bread and they call it like entertainment or something like that. Yeah, they'll just follow along. Yeah, as long as you and that's what they don't want people to eat healthy. No, they're gonna continuously give people trash and here in America they love it. They gorge themselves on it like they put it on their throat like they love it. They sit on their couch. They get told what to do. They get entertainment. That's the only thing they care. They don't care about anything. They care that more about than God, their religion. I mean they care about football more than care about their own religion. They don't care about any of that stuff. No, there's no such thing as the lesser of two evils. Like, dude, and I tell everybody, the word at the end is what tells you what's going on. Evil. How do you have less evil? Yes, that's just one of many. One of many. And like it was like everybody knows. Like it wasn't like it's not like a secret. No, and it's a known fact. It's like, what are we doing? And these are our moral candidates who's going to lead us. It's like, what? In this Christian country, of course. Bible and everything. It's like, what? It's like, what? Nah. Like, if this is a Christian country, man, yeah. And it's always the same states. If you look at every single, it's always pretty much the same states, and there's only one or two that make a difference. Literally every single year, because people vote the exact same way. Doesn't matter. Like they're like, hey, this Joe Biden guy seems to be doing some things with kids. I vote blue because I don't like Republicans. I'm like, yo, the guy can barely speak. He definitely has dementia. I vote blue because that's what I do. Like, people are brain dead in this country completely. Every single one of them. They're all completely brain dead. They don't know how to have conversations. Their families are breaking apart. Kids, kids are starting to do like steroids like at 13 and trend and all this stuff, destroying their lives and everything on it because they want to have likes on social media. That's what boys are doing. And girls, we're not talking about girls because they are doing crazy stuff too. Like, parents are checked out.
We're coming to you now with another round of poll closings and more AP race calls. The Associated Press has declared Donald Trump the winner in the state of West Virginia. AP has also declared Republican Jim Justice the winner of the Senate race in that same state. Let's take a look at our live voting map, which you see next to me. You can see now that West Virginia is lit up in red for Trump. Voting has also ended in 3 additional states. Ohio, and North Carolina. It is too early to call the race in those states, but we will be back to you with more information. Join me to talk about these AP race calls and much more is Sagar Magani. Hello. So let's talk about West Virginia. Is this a surprise for Donald Trump? You're shaking your head. I can already tell what you're going to say. This was expected.
This was expected. He ran up huge wins in 2016 and 2020. So a win in West Virginia shortly after poll closing, not even the slightest bit of a surprise that we've now added that to Donald Trump and given him another 4 electoral votes.
As our viewers can see on the top of their screen, that metric that's showing them the electoral votes for each candidate. So now Donald Trump is adding more to his side. What about the Senate race? So I have been following this race a little bit, and I can already tell you that people are probably starting to wonder if they're going to see baby dog Justice coming to the Senate here in Washington. Was this a surprise in the West Virginia Senate race?
It also was not a surprise, and it's an important thing to keep in mind tonight with, of course, naturally, almost all the attention on the presidential race. Control of Congress is in the balance tonight. Both the Senate, which the Democrats now hold coming into tonight, 51-49, and Republicans with a very slim House majority. That Senate, as of this moment, is now evenly split because Jim Justice is a Republican. He took Joe Manchin's place, Democrat/independent, who opted not to run again. So right now, with several more competitive Senate races, it is 50-50. And depending on who wins the presidency, control of Congress becomes a very, very big deal.
Speaking of one of those Senate races, polls are closed now in Ohio, where there is a very active Senate race. What are we looking toward happening there? Do you think that we'll see results there anytime soon?
It could be soon. It will not be soon enough for Sherrod Brown. He is the incumbent 2-term Democratic senator who was in a very tough fight against Bernie Moreno, who's a Cleveland businessman. Donald Trump backs him. This has been a very tough race, and Sherrod Brown is seen as one of those Democrats who stands a very good chance of losing his seat. And again, as we said, at this moment, a 50-50 Senate, that becomes 51-49 Republicans if Sherrod Brown cannot hang on to win a 3rd straight term.
The last of those states where voting is closing at this hour is North Carolina. That's one of the battlegrounds. We've been talking about it. We can see it with its other battleground friends here on this map. Again, remind us, when do you think we'll start to see some information coming in from North Carolina?
North Carolina tends to be among the earlier states, the quicker states to count its votes. Now, how quickly that will go based on some of that damage in western North Carolina from the hurricanes, which by all accounts has done a great job actually conducting the voting. Now the question is how quickly they can count those votes. So whereas you would usually get fairly quick results in North Carolina, might take a little bit longer than it usually does this time.
Got it. We will keep an eye out for more info, and we'll be back with you soon. Thank you all for being with us. At the top of the next hour, we will have more poll closings. Actually, the night's biggest round, 16 states plus the District of Columbia. That's a total of 171 electoral votes, including 19 from that battleground state of Pennsylvania. We'll leave you right now with live pictures as they come into us from New Hampshire, up in New England. Back with you soon with more AP race calls and poll closing information.
All right, yeah. See what else is going on there when it comes to elections. I did see a good video. Hold on. I thought I should put it up during this.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Yeah, let me put this up so you guys can see something. Note that the media using words like battleground, grand division. Yep, of course, but that's all they do now. I don't do anything else. You think that that's how they get paid? You better believe it.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you're well. Sit back and
What's going on with my browser? Let's do this again.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you're well. Sit back and take a whole.
Yep, that's what they. Yep, you got that right.
Hold of your popcorn and other snacks to watch a movie titled Chameleon of the Year, which is produced by leading media house CNN. This news agency just attempted to reveal the level of circus that has been taking place in America over the last few weeks, as well as how the American people are being tried to be manipulated in every way possible. Can't believe what you heard? See it for yourself.
Tonight, mixed messages. A K-file investigation this hour finds Kamala Harris is targeting crucial battleground voters with vastly different messages on Gaza and Israel. This ad is running in Michigan, which has the largest Arab population in America.
What has happened in Gaza over the past 9 months is devastating. We cannot allow ourselves to become numb to the suffering, and I will not be silent.
All right, well, it's a very different story for an ad in Pennsylvania targeting Jewish voters.
And let me be clear, I will always stand up for Israel's right to defend itself, and I will always ensure Israel has the ability to defend itself, because the people of Israel must never again face the horror that a terrorist organization called Hamas caused on October 7.
As we saw in this clip shown by CNN, Kamala Harris video clips are being broadcasted across different areas of America with conflicting messages. In a video clip that is shown in places with a higher Muslim population, Kamala Harris, a presidential candidate in this year's election, expresses sympathy for the agony and anguish of the Palestinian people while declaring that this must end right away. On the other hand, a different video clip that is being aired in places in America where there is a greater Jewish population shows Kamala Harris yelling loudly and clearly that she fully supports Israel's right to self-defense and that she will ensure that Israel has all the support it needs to defend its borders. Wow, it means one same person is making two totally opposite remarks about the same situation at the same time. Before you think that maybe she's suffering from some dissociative identity disorder, then it is not true. She is merely making these contradicting claims in an attempt to win over voters from every area of society by demonstrating concern for the lives of Palestinians to one group and support for Israel to another. She is attempting to influence both the Arab and Jewish American populations because she wants to win over both groups. Maybe even a chameleon will not be able to change its colors at such a fast speed with such frequency. The most surprising part of the situation is that CNN revealed Kamala Harris's hypocrisy. The media outlet is accused of being extremely biased against Israel and of ignoring its atrocities by focusing on the injuries of Israeli soldiers rather than the plight of defenseless women and children. Even a sold-out media house couldn't avoid Kamala Harris's blatant hypocrisy. CNN and BBC, no matter how biased they are, at least have a clear stand, and everyone knows that they will always show compassion for Israel while ignoring Palestinian misery. However, when it comes to politicians and leaders, such as Kamala Harris, it is impossible to determine the true motivations behind their statements. After observing her diverse remarks at every other event and interview, the only conclusion that can be drawn is that she is an opportunist who may only care about herself and will do whatever it takes to win the election, even if it means lying to the public in their face. This is not only true for Kamala Harris. Trump, the other presidential candidate, has also been accused of making contradictory remarks and attempting to sway public opinion in order to get as many votes as possible.
We've gotten to know and really understand Muslims for Trump. How about that? Muslims for Trump. And I became president and was the best president ever for the people of Israel and for Jewish people.
Politicians today only pretend to be concerned for the Palestinians because they feel obliged to, or because they wish to exploit them as content to further their agenda. It is quite regrettable that so few national leaders in this fake world actually care about Palestine and shed a genuine tear for them. May Allah protect us from hypocrite leaders. May Allah.
I mean, do you have to say anything else? And the fact that even in the Ummah was like, come on, you guys, it's like, you guys can't be that easy. It's like, really? Nope. The West does not care about Muslims. They'll never care about Muslims. Stop pretending and thinking that aligning with one of them, these two groups somehow, like, no, they don't, none of them care. Like, you just accept it and move on. Just, it's, we got some other
and it's looking pretty difficult for Kamala Harris to win it back. If she can't win Miami-Dade, she's going to lose Florida by quite a bit, because Biden did win Miami-Dade, even though it was a lot closer than it was 4 years prior. Coming back to the map, Georgia's still at 12%. Trump leads by 26 points. We're now just 13 minutes away from voting ending in all 17 of these states, along with the District of Columbia. This is going to be pretty big here. I guess CNN is saying 16. Maybe I got one of these wrong, but I would say these are the 17 that we're looking at right now. We're actually we just hit 70,000 concurrent viewers. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me here. We're going to go for as long as needed. I mean, this night is probably going to take quite a while for us to see who wins, but, we'll, keep you guys updated on everything that's going on. And then we also hit our 300,000 subscriber goal. So we've actually increased the goal. It's now 325. If all of you guys subscribe right now, we could instantly hit 325,000. So if you guys could help me out and just hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate that.
So this is what the map's looking like. This is the ones that are closing right now.
Incredible. But yeah, I mean, we're just waiting now for the next poll closing. We're just 12 minutes away, so pretty big deal.
It's. I just don't understand why they believe that again. Anybody in the West is going to help the Muslims or the Ummah. It's just Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is the only one's going to help us, and He gave us.
So we'll take a look at that.
And He gave us what we needed. So
12%. 12%. We'll look at CNN, see where we are over there. Here we're at 19%. Donald Trump holds on to his lead with a lot more votes coming in from Georgia. Trump is at 63%. Kamala Harris at 37%. Trump is doing quite well basically all across the state. We'll also look at the betting markets here. Trump is now at 68, basically where he was last time we checked. Georgia, 81% chance that Trump takes back Georgia. This is a big deal. We're already on track for the first flip of the night for the former president. As stated that he lost in the last election, Trump is now on track to win Georgia. I believe we also have numbers from Ohio. 5% reporting Trump leads by 19 points in Ohio. Every single county is red right now except for one. J.D. Vance is probably going to help, Trump out there. But also a good way for us to gauge how things are going in Ohio is just going to be looking at the Senate election. I think it's over, guys. Republicans are winning the Senate seat in the Buckeye State. Donald Trump is doing exceptionally well, and this market was a tie.
Yeah, like once look, if it goes extremely Republican, I mean, I don't know why they think it's gonna, why anybody that's Muslim gonna think it's gonna help the Ummah in any way. I mean, Christians are not any better. I mean, it's weird because at least the heathens somehow they're all about, letting bygones be gone, people be themselves. But yeah, let this grace, then we have people on the right who just they hate Muslims, they hate everything. So yeah, sister. So far, it's looking like Trump might actually take this. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. I think we need to do a lot of prayer. Regardless, we're gonna have just two people. I mean, either way, Israel's gonna get what they want. So I don't know why we care so much. We have two people that love Israel. They want to give Israel. Oh, here's a good video. I'm gonna put this. Hold on.
Biden was quoting hadith, and he said, "Inshallah," during the.
So from.
Biden was quoting hadith, and he said, "Inshallah," during the debate. So everybody thought this is a Sharia candidate or something, And what did he do for us? Nothing. In Islam, we have our own system of governance. So this popular vote governance is not our system, right? But there is a principle called a maslaha, where there's a greater good or greater harm, and you could vote not believing in the system, but just to bring a benefit to the community or stop a harm, right? In this upcoming election, is there harm and benefit? I don't know. I mean, like who are you going to vote for, right? If you go Harris, I mean, you see her staunch support of Zionism. The Democratic Party let the Muslim community down. That's what the brothers in different states are telling us. If you vote for Trump, he's the same guy that tried to ban you guys, right? Like we were going to be banned as Muslims according to the ban. So Trump is opening up to Muslims more. He's putting them on the stage. He's giving them, but is it just to win the election?
Yes.
Allahu alam. So I'm going to leave this to you guys. I'm not going to answer this because personally, I don't see a benefit in either side. Although I am leaning more towards Trump now, to be honest. At least he likes guns. Well, actually, Harris says she owns a gun too, right?
Yeah.
Do you think your vote counts?
Huh?
You think your vote counts?
In a electoral college system, your vote really doesn't count as an individual, right? But if your community votes in large numbers, especially in local elections, it can make a difference, right? But like in California is going to go for Harris no matter what. It's just the way it is, right? So my vote personally doesn't count, But again, I think there are times where you should vote because it does represent that Muslims have numbers, right? But is this one of those times? I don't know. Because a lot of people right now are contacting me saying, oh, look, Trump did this. But I know it's just a show, right? But it's still worth it to give the Democrats a message like, hey, you guys, because Biden was quoting hadith and he said, inshallah, during the debate. So everybody thought this was a Sharia candidate or something, And what did he do for us? Nothing. He put trannies as, heads of different, whatever, housing or education, whatever. So to me, and even with the whole Palestine-Israel thing, they didn't do anything. Even on the Harris campaign, from what I've heard from our Muslim leaders across the country, they're not even being called. At least Trump is, right? But again, do I really think he's going to be any different? Probably not, you know. But I guess might be better than, you know, having another tranny put into whatever, you know. I mean, you know, look. I mean, you know, the Republicans hate Muslims and the Democrats hate Islam. So, you know, what are we going to do, right?
Exactly.
Since we know that either president is going to fund the wars against Muslims, would it be a problem for us to endorse one of them? Because would the blood of those Muslims be on us for putting our name on those presidents?
Some of the Muslim leaders, especially in Michigan, the reason that they're saying that they're endorsing Trump is because Trump has promised to end the wars in the Middle East, which again is just a campaign promise. You can't just snap your fingers and do it, right? But this is what their idea is, that we're doing it for that niyyah, and if he doesn't, then that's not on us, right? Again, politics is a dirty game, you know. I'm not saying we don't get involved in it. We do need certain level of engagement with it because we do live in the country and we need to represent. But then we saw a lot of Muslims run for office under the guise of we're going to bring our voice to the Senate and or Congress or whatever. And then next thing we knew, we saw them dancing at pride parades, and you're like, I thought we were bringing Islamic voice, not, you know, authoring bills to support LGBTQ, XYZ and all that, right? So it's one of those things, you know. I hate to be like don't get involved at all, because you do need to be involved. Some like Hamtramck, Michigan, the Muslims took the city. They have took the city. They got the board first, and then they have a Muslim mayor, and they've done some good things. That's one of the only cities in the U.S. that doesn't have a pride parade. You know, they have adhan out loud. So I appreciate that. Look, I respect that, right? But at the same time, a lot of Muslim politicians that did get involved, they started selling out.
Immediately.
And then what I really hate is when the masjid is made into a political place, where the member is where politics speaking. Like, that's not what the member is. This is the member of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's an amana, right? So we have to be very careful, especially when we start getting played against each other, and Muslim Democrats and Muslim Republicans, and you know, yeah, exactly. May Allah protect us.
Yep, couldn't have said it better at all. I mean, couldn't have said it better. It's the brain rot. I mean, yeah, they sold out immediately. Immediately. Oh, money? Sharia? What's that? Quran? What? I don't speak no Arabic. Immediately. It's a joke. It's a joke. Even the quote Muslim people that put out there are complete jokes. Completely. That what's her name that's supposedly she's a Muslim, whatever. That's part of like the squad and everything on it. She's all about pride and all everything else. I don't know. She wears a head covering. Apparently, it means something. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's a joke. Everything turned into just one big joke. Even the members in the Ummah who go there are turning into jokes too. It's like, what's happening? I mean, you can't. Majority of people here can't get up for Fajr. What? Like, please get out of politics. It's like, you know, talk to me when you could actually, you know, you wake up from Fajr, and then we might have a conversation. Maybe, you know, it's like, yeah, it's like, what? You can't. It's like, what are you? It goes back to like a lot of brothers and sisters are trying to turn it into Christians, where it's like they say they're Christians or they say they're Muslims, but I don't practice being a Muslim. It's like that you can't practice submitting your entire will to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not a practice, it's something you do or you don't. So either you're Muslim or you're not. You know, they want to drink, they want to pour, they want to do everything the Christians do, because that's all they do. They do all of it, and then they go to Sunday, they say hallelujah, and they keep going. That's Christianity. So, well, it's almost like they want that. They want that quote freedom. It's like, oh, they want that quote fun. It's like, they don't look at, okay, but look at all the destruction. Those people's like they're destroyed, the anxiety inside of them, their families are broken. They don't look at any of that stuff. So, oh, I want to have the fun. I'm like, what's so fun about it? You know, they for some reason they want that too. It's like you want the destruction, you want all that. It's like, why? They can't wait to sell out. Like any opportunity, the second they get an opportunity to sell out, they can't wait to sell out completely. Like they feel like they can, if they sell out, they'll be accepted. I'm like, you'll never be accepted. I've been in this country my whole life. I've never been accepted. Puerto Rican. And the vet or anything. They no, still get looks, still get pulled. I was still getting pulled over for no reason at noon driving to work. Well, you don't get accepted. You get looked differently. It's they want the money. They see that they want the cars, the money, all that stuff. They want they follow the whole, and then the red pill and everything else. It's like, ugh. It's like I don't want anything to do with it at all. Especially those really now like this podcast people are trying to like quote Muslims are trying to do, or is they're trying to have the whole it's the red pill, but I call it red pill but Muslim edition, where they say the exact same things, but they throw the word Allah, Quran in between all this. They throw a hadith or something. That's it's like they cannot wait to accept all of it. They want to. They can't stop. It's like it's just sad. But what can you do, right? What can you do? Yeah, like I mean, I won't say anything bad about Andrew Tate. Like I don't know. Uh, yeah. It's a different version of feminism. Kids are taking steroids, trend, all this stuff are they're going to destroy their entire lives, reproductive system, everything inside of them by the time they're 25, and they do it all so they could take a picture and they get likes. I'm like, where is your parents? What? And that's not talking about what girls are doing. That's different. I'm not even gonna touch that. That will get me canceled there. No, it's what? It's like that's what it leads to, and that's what the Ummah is literally rushing at full speed for. Can't wait. They can't wait. Dude, they want all that. It's like I don't understand why at all. I don't know what the appeal is. when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in control. Alhamdulillah. So, they'll always find an excuse. Alhamdulillah. Well, guys, hope you have a wonderful night. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us, protect us, guide us. Whatever happens in this country, Allah's control. May Allah protect our brothers and sisters, our families, the people in Palestine, people in Gaza. May Allah give them refuge, justice, and Jannah. And may Allah receive our deeds, our prayers. And don't forget to pray. Don't forget to pray. Don't forget to put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as number one. And at the end of the day, He's in control. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for your support. It really does mean a lot to me. And, you guys are there. Give some time to vent and talk to my brothers and sisters. Even though you guys are different places, it's good that you guys come together. So keep me in your prayers as I keep you in my prayers. Alhamdulillah. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A wonderful night.